ورتل القرآن ترتيلا.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim and Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to everyone watching at home, and welcome to the grand finale of the International Quran Competition 2020. After 6 consecutive weeks, today is our final episode, and at last we are going to find out who will be named as the winner of this year's International Quran Competition. Just to give you a little bit of a background, we started off with 40 contestants. Out of those, only 12 made it through to the semi-finals, and after another round of the competition, only 6 contestants then went through to the final stage, which will be held today. And those contestants are, just to start off with, Hafez Abdul-Sai Sahib from Nigeria, Hafez Usman Yeboah Sahib from Ghana, Hafez Basid Babari Sahib from Nigeria, Hafez Afinju Abdullah Oluwafemi Sahib from Nigeria, Hafez Abdul Samad Ahmed Boateng Sahib from Ghana, and Hafez Ridwan Kehinde Moshood Sahib from Nigeria. And all the contestants were requested to recite from Surah Al-Rum verses 21 to 24. Now, because it's the final episode, we also like to mention a little bit about the prize. Whoever is going to win this year's competition will be blessed to receive a brand new copy of the newly published Holy Qur'an signed by beloved Huzur, may Allah be his helper. And additionally, we will also send the winner on behalf of MTA a very small token from our side, which will be this trophy that you also saw just right now in front of your screens. And I hope that's an extra incentive to put even more effort in your performance today. Although, Hafsab, I have to say, what I saw so far was beyond what I was imagining when we started this journey, by the grace of Allah. And with that being said, let me one last time introduce our judges to you, who have been given the contestants, as well as all of us, very valuable advice to improve our recitation. Joining me in the studio again is Hafez Abdul-Sai Sahib. We also have Hafez Sharfuddin Sahib from Ghana and Hafez Al-Wahab Sahib joining us from Canada. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to all of you gentlemen.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi.
Now, just as in last week's program, today's program will be also split into 2 rounds. In round 1, we will listen to a pre-recorded entry of the verses we announced last week. And as just said, that Surah Al-Rum, verses 21 to 24. And in round 2, in the second half of the program, our contestants will join us live in the program to recite a portion of the Holy Qur'an. As always, I would like to say to the contestants, please listen carefully which verses for the live segment are assigned to you over the course of this program. As for the first round, we will continue in the same way as in our previous programs, meaning that the recitation received from the contestants will be faded out at the end of a verse that's closest to 3 minutes. Now, with that being said, a lot of things to look forward to in this grand finale of the International Quran Competition. Let's begin. First up, we will listen to Hafez Abdul-Sai Sahib from Nigeria.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ومن آياته أن خلقكم من تراب ثم إذا أنتم بشر تنتشرون. ومن آياته أن خلق لكم من أنفسكم أزواجا لتسكنوا إليها وجعل بينكم مودة ورحمة إن في ذلك لآيات لقوم يتفكرون ومن آياته خلق السماوات والأرض واختلاف ألسنتكم وألوانكم إن في ذلك لآيات للعالمين ومن آياته منامكم بالليل والنهار وابتغاؤكم من فضله إن في ذلك لآيات لقوم يسمعون.
MashaAllah, what a great start to the grand finale by Hafez Abdul-Sai Sahib from Nigeria. Hafez Sharfuddin Sahib in Ghana. I would like to come to you first. Your thoughts.
MashaAllah, I think may Allah bless my brother Abdul-Samad for a very wonderful recitation. His recitation is very okay and everything was on point, except one letter which is supposed to be pronounced bitafkhim, that's thick. إن في ذلك لآيات لقوم يتفكرون. The ra supposed to be pronounced يتفكرون, not تفكروا بالترقيق. I think other than that everything was okay. Barakallahu fi.
Jazakumullah ahsan Hafez Sharfuddin Sahib. And to Hafez Abdul-Sai Sahib, the verses for the next round, for the live round that we've picked for you, are from Surah Al-Mu'minun, verses 92 to 97. With that being said, moving on, our next brother is from Ghana, Hafez Usman Ayeboa Sahib. Let's listen to his recitation.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ومن آياته أن خلقكم من تراب ثم إذا أنتم بشر تنتشرون ومن آياته أن خلق لكم من أنفسكم أزواجا لتسكنوا إليها وجعل بينكم مودة ورحمة إن في ذلك لآيات لقوم يتفكرون ومن آياته خلق السماوات والأرض واختلاف ألسنتكم وألوانكم إن في ذلك لآيات للعالمين.
That was Hafez Usman Yeboah Sahib from Ghana. Hafez Sahib, I would like to come to you for your comments.
Okay, mashallah, by the grace of Allah, Hafez Sahib has recited quite beautifully. And the etiquettes, the recitation of the Holy Qur'an was also maintained. That is quite good. So, for example, the starting of the verse after making a pause, that is also very, very important. For example, in this verse number 22, if we start from an, it is better if he could have started from khalaqa lakum min anfusikum. Because in the Holy Qur'an, it is important that how Allah the Almighty, there is a divine, the division of the text of the Holy Qur'an. So it is basically some words are starting from fa or wa. So if it could start from khalaqa lakum min, that would be more instead of an, that means.
I think that's something we mentioned in the last week's episode as well.
Yes. Otherwise, it's mashallah, it's quite good.
Jazakallah Sahib. And to Hafez Usman Yeboah Sahib, the verses for the next round are from Surah Al-Fatir, verses 30 to 33. Surah Al-Fatir, verses 30 to 33. Next up, we have Hafez Abdul-Sai Babari Sahib from Nigeria. Let's listen to his recitation first.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ومن آياته أن خلقكم من تراب ثم إذا أنتم بشر ثم إذا أنتم بشر تنتشرون ومن آياته أن خلق لكم من أنفسكم أزواجا لتسكنوا إليها وجعل بينكم مودة ورحمة إن في ذلك لآيات لقوم يتفكرون ومن آياته خلق السماوات والأرض واختلاف ألسنتكم وألوانكم إن في ذلك لآيات للعالمين.
Jazakumullah Sanza Hafez Abdul-Sai Babari Sahib. I would like to go to Canada to Hafez Al-Wahab Sahib for his comments, please.
MashaAllah, excellent recitation, and his command and his control over his voice was beautiful. And I can't say anything other than complimenting him for his perfection and good articulation of Arabic letters. So it was wonderful recitation.
Jazakumullah Hafez Sahib. Moving on, for the next round for Hafez Abdul-Basit Babari Sahib, we have chosen Surah Al-Zumar verses 23 to 24. So Hafsab, Surah Al-Zumar for 23, verses 23 to 24 for the next round. Coming to our youngest contestant, Hafez Abdullah Oluwafemi Sahib, also from Nigeria. We will listen to his recitation first and then listen to the comments of the judges.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ومن آياته أن خلقكم من تراب ثم إذا أنتم بشر تنتشرون ومن آياته أن خلق لكم من أنفسكم أزواجا لتسكنوا إليها وجعل بينكم مودة ورحمة إن في ذلك لآيات لقوم يتفكرون ومن آياته خلق السماوات والأرض واختلاف ألسنتكم وألوانكم إن في ذلك لآيات للعالمين ومن آياته منامكم بالليل والنهار وابتغاؤكم من فضله إن في ذلك لآيات لقوم يسمعون.
Jazakumullah Hafez Abdullah Oluwafemi Sahib. Hafez Sharifuddin Sahib, I would like to go to you and request you for your comments, please.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. May Allah bless my younger brother Hafez Afinjo. I think mine is just to commend him. I think, Alhamdulillah, I will just quote a verse that Quran says, لِمِثْلِ هَذَا فَلْيَعْمَلِ الْعَامِلُونَ. That is what I can say. Because of that, I think it is obligatory on all of us to learn how to recite Quran. Such a wonderful recitation from my younger brother.
Couldn't agree with you more, Hafez. I couldn't agree with you more. Jazakumullah Sinza. And young Hafez Abdullah Oluwafemi Sahib, the verses we would like to hear from you in the next round are from Surah Al-Hajj, verses 74 to 78. Surah Al-Hajj, verses 74 to 78. Moving on, Hafez Abdul-Samad Ahmad Boateng Sahib from Ghana is going to be our next contestant. Let's listen to his recitation first.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ومن أن خلقكم من تراب ثم إذا أنتم بشر ينتشرون ومن آياته أن خلق لكم من أنفسكم أزواجا لتسكنوا إليها وجعل بينكم مودة ورحمة إن في ذلك لآيات لقوم يتفكرون ومن آياته خلق السماوات والأرض واختلاف ألسنتكم وألوانكم إن في ذلك لآيات للعالمين.
Brother Hafez Abdul-Sai Sahib from Ghana. Hafez Sahib, your comments, please.
By the grace of Allah, Hafez Sahib has recited quite beautifully and with a penetrating voice, to the hearts, and very effective, very, very good, basically.
Long breath as well.
Yeah, long breath, yeah. I was quite surprised, he started verse number 22 from Wamin up to Rahma, It's quite, mashallah.
Jazakumullah Sahib. And our last contestant for the first round. Forgetting the verses for you for the next round. Hafez Abdul-Sai are from Surah Al-Qasas, verses 84 to 86. Surah Al-Qasas, verses 84 to 86. And now, the last contestant for the first round, Hafez Ridwan Kehinde Moshood Sahib from Nigeria. Let's listen.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ومن آياته أن خلقكم من تراب ثم إذا أنتم بشر ثم إذا أنتم بشر تنتشرون ومن آياته أن خلق لكم من أنفسكم أزواجا لتسكنوا إليها وجعل بينكم مودة ورحمة إن في ذلك لآيات لقوم ومن آياته خلق السماوات والأرض واختلاف ألسنتكم وألوانكم إن في ذلك لآيات للعالمين.
Jazakumullah Sanza to Hafez Ridwan Kahinde Mashood Sahib from Nigeria, Hafez Abdul-Wahab Sahib in Canada. Can I ask you for your comments, please?
MashaAllah, once again, beautiful voice. And the thing that I really admired about his voice, that his the way he made transition from low pitch to high pitch and back and forth, so it was excellent. There was just one thing I would like to point out, that at one place in the it's I guess second verse, litaskunu, there was a slight pause at task, so it looks like as if he's splitting the word. So he should make sure that when we are pronouncing one single word, so there should not be any pause in between. That gives an effect that maybe he's pronouncing two different words. So it should be continuous. Litaskunu.
Jazakumullah Sanza, Hafez Abdul-Wahab Sahib in Canada. Now that marks the end of round one of the grand finale, which I'm sure you've noticed by now, it's an all-African grand finale, alhamdulillah, of the International Quran competition. We heard, actually before we continue, let me give the verses for Hafez Ridwan Kahinde Mashood Sahib, and that will be from Surah Al-Fath, verse 30. Surah Al-Fath, verse 30. Hafez up for you for the next round. Now, we heard the comments from our judges for each entry. I mean, just listening for me, the recitations, is so difficult to decide. And as I said in the first program, Hafsa, to all of the judges, I don't want to be in your seat, don't want to be in those shoes, because these are some very, very difficult decisions. However, there is only going to be one winner, and our judges have that difficult task of deciding who that will be. I hope that our brothers had enough time to prepare for round two, as we will be very shortly moving towards it. The reason for giving the verses during our program is so that we can really put their recitation to test and see how they do with very little time to prepare. So, moving on to round two, in the same order as in round one, we will start with Hafez Abdul-Sai Sahib from Nigeria. Hafez Sahib, Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Sahib, you were asked to recite from Surah Al-Mu'minun verses 92 to 97. Please start.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ما اتخذ الله من ولد وما كان معه من إله إذا لذهب كل إله بما خلق ولعلى بعضهم على بعض سبحان الله عما يصفون. عالم الغيب والشهادة فتعالى عما يشركون. قل رب إما تريني ما يوعدون رب فلا تجعلني في القوم الظالمين. وإنا على أن نريك ما نعدهم لقادرون. ادفع بالتي هي أحسن السيئة نحن أعلم بما يصفون.
Hafez Abdul-Sai Sahib, Jazakumullah Sanza. Hafez Sharfuddin Sahib in Ghana. I would like to get your comments on this very beautiful recitation, please.
MashaAllah, indeed very beautiful recitation from my brother Afinju. May Allah bless him. His recitation, everything is on point. It's only one place, that's in the verse number 97, the last part of the verse. وَإِنَّا عَلَىٰ أَن نُرِيَكَ مَا نَعِدُهُمْ لَقَادِرُونَ. The gunna, the miqdarul gunna, the length that the gunna is supposed to take, he has reduced it a bit. At least it must have, or it must get 2 seconds at least. But he said wa inna without wa inna. So next time he should take very good look at that. I think that's what I have.
Jazakumullah Sanza Hafez Sharfuddin Sahib. Now moving on, Hafiz Usman Yeboah Sahib from Ghana is with us on the line. Assalamu alaikum, Hafiz Sahib.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Good to have you on, Hafsab. You're asked to recite from Surah Fatir, verses 30 to 33, and you have 3 minutes. Your time starts now. Please go ahead.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن الذين يتلون كتاب الله وأقاموا الصلاة وأنفقوا مما رزقناهم وأقاموا الصلاة وأنفقوا مما رزقناهم سرا وعلانية يرجون تجارة لن تبور ليوفيهم أجورهم ويزيدهم من فضله إنه غفور شكور. والذي أوحينا إليك من الكتاب هو الحق والذي أوحينا إليك من الكتاب هو الحق مصدقا لما بين يديه إن الله بعباده لخبير بصير.
Jazakumullah Sanza Hafiz Usman Yeboah Sahib. Your time was up, so we have slightly faded off his voice. Hafiz Fadl Sahib, your comments, please.
By the grace of Allah, Hafiz Sahib has recited also very beautiful as his recitation was before. Just a couple of points which I like to mention that, for example, Tasmiya, Basmala, Seen, Bismillah, Seen, it has a quality of Safir, a whistling sound. So Seen would be more clear. And also here, here the word, what's that? 1 minute. Okay. Now the word is Kitab Allah. Now ba is muraqqaq. All the time this is a thin letter. Now there is a challenge when joining with a thin to a mufakham with a thick letter. So that was, I heard that ba was also made mufakham. So it is better that it first bel, and when it is raised to law, Allah, Allah, and then it could be, made mufakham. And okay.
Jazakallah. I know, Hafez, there's a lot of things that you can add, I'm sure, but unfortunately the time does not allow. But again, Jazakumullah for your comments. And Jazakallah to Hafez as well. Moving on, our next contestant is from Nigeria, Hafez Abdul-Sai Babari. Sahib, Assalamu alaikum, Hafez Sahib.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
Hafez, you were asked to recite from Surah Al-Zumar of chapter 39, verses 23 to 24. Again, you have also 3 minutes. You may start now, please.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أفمن شرح الله صدره للإسلام فهو على نور من ربه فويل للقاسية قلوبهم من ذكر الله أولئك في ضلال مبين الله نزل أحسن الحديث كتابا متشابها مثاني تقشعر منه جلود الذين يخشون ربهم ثم تلين جلودهم وقلوبهم إلى ذكر الله ذلك هدى الله يهدي به من يشاء ومن يضلل الله فما له من هاد.
Jazakumullah Sanza, Hafez Abdul-Sai Babari. Sahib, Hafez Al-Wahab Sahib in Canada, can I ask you please to comment on his tilawat, please?
MashaAllah, again, beautiful voice and perfect recitation. Just one point I would like to highlight, that sometimes while articulating ta sound, we may pronounce it like T, letter T in English. So we should make sure that ta is different from ta sound. So at one place, summa talinu juludhum. So it sounds like slightly as if he is pronouncing ta. So otherwise, it was great recitation.
Jazakumullah Sanza, Hafez Sahib. And with that, we're moving on to our young Afinju Abdullah Oluwafemi Sahib. Afinju Sahib, Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
I should say Hafez Afinju Sahib, so my apologies. Jazakallah for that. Now, you were asked to recite from Surah Al-Hajj, verses 74 to 78. You as well get to have 3 minutes. And Hafez Sahib, please start.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الناس ضرب مثل يستمعوا له إن الذين تدعون من دون الله لن يخلقوا ذبابا ولو اجتمعوا له وإن يسلبهم الذباب شيئا لا يستنقذوه منه ضعف الطالب والمطلوب ما قدر الله حق قدره إن الله لقوي عزيز الله يصطفي من الملائكة رسلا ومن الناس إن الله سميع بصير يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم وإلى الله ترجع الأمور يا أيها الذين آمنوا اركعوا واسجدوا واعبدوا ربكم وافعلوا الخير لعلكم تفلحون.
Jazakallah, young Hafez Abdullah Oluwafemi Sahib. In Ghana, we have Hafez Sharfuddin Sahib, and I would like to ask you to give us some comments, please. Hafez.
MashaAllah, Hafiz Afinjo, very wonderful recitation. Again, I will again commend him. I think he did a wonderful recitation. Everything was on point. Everything. May Allah bless him.
Jazakallah. Young Hafez Abdul-Sai has surprised us quite a few times in the live round, isn't it? All right. With that, moving on to our next contestant, Hafez Abdul-Samad Ahmed Boateng Sahib from Ghana. Assalamu alaikum, Hafez Sahib.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
Hafez Sahib, you were asked to recite from Surah Al-Qasas, verses 84 to 86. You also have 3 minutes, and you may start now, please.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم تلك الدار الآخرة نجعلها للذين لا يريدون علوا في الأرض ولا فسادا والعاقبة للمتقين من جاء بالحسنة فله خير منها ومن جاء بالسيئة فلا يجزى الذين عملوا السيئات إلا ما كانوا يعملون إن الذي فرض على إلى معاد قل ربي أعلم من جاء بالهدى ومن هو في ضلال مبين.
Hafez Sahib, Jazakumullah Ahsan. Thank you so much for that recitation. Hafez Rabbi Sahib.
I would say,
I'm gonna leave
mashallah,
that to you.
alhamdulillah. And especially I was quite impressed with the first young Hafiz before that, and here this as well. You know, they say dal or ba. This is our thin qalqala. You know, when they apply the jerking sound, there should be thin, and they done that. Mostly people, you know, they do not take care about that one. So that's quite good, mashallah.
MashaAllah. Jazakumullah Ahsan. And moving on to our next contestants, Hafez Abdul-Sai Sahib from Nigeria, our final contestant for the second round. Hafez Sahib, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
Hafez Sahib, you are requested to recite from Surah Al-Fath, chapter 48, verse 30. Your 3 minutes start now, please.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. محمد رسول الله والذين معه أشداء على الكفار رحماء بينهم تراهم ركعا سجدا يبتغون فضلا من الله ورضوانا سيماهم في وجوههم من أثر السجود ذلك مثلهم في التوراة ومثلهم في الإنجيل كزرع أخرج شطأه فآزره فاستغلظ فاستوى على سوقه يعجب الزراع ليغيظ بهم الكفار وعد الله الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات منهم مغفرة وأجرا عظيما.
Hafez Abdul-Sai Sahib, Jazakumullah Ahsan. I would like to go to Canada to Hafez Abdul-Wahab Sahib for your comments, please.
By the grace of Allah, wonderful voice and excellent recitation. Just one thing, at one place, while pronouncing Ra, Ashidda'u ala al-kuffari, Ra, sometimes people slightly pronounce it like Ra. So this should be kept in mind, that Ra is not is different from Ra sound. So this should be anytime we are reciting, we should keep in mind.
Jazakallah Hafez Sahib. Now, that brings us to the end of the second round. In the meantime, our judges will do the final results and they will collect all of the data and the numbers and the figures and everything. I can see the papers. And in the meantime, we have a small video prepared for you from the United States about converts and their love for the Holy Quran. Let's take a look.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Ismail Chase, from Philadelphia, born and raised, I was first introduced to Islam from my brother who he passed recently. Just basically giving me basic information, basic knowledge of the stuff that he knew about it. But at the time I was like hard-headed. I still was into the streets. I was like in my teenage or early 20s. But I basically told him, like I said, I was into the streets. I basically told him, like, I'm getting money right now. I'm not worrying about none of that and all that. So I continued to do what I was doing. I was reading the Bible at first, though, because I was brought up as a Christian. So I was reading the Bible. Certain Muslims would see me reading the Bible. And, oh, you reading that? I'm like, they end up passing me a Qur'an. I read it after a while, because I wasn't trying to read it. So I read it after a while. And as soon as I read it, that verse where it said, this is a clear book, I left no doubt in it, that shook me, like, for a reason. I don't know, for some reason that shook me as soon as I read that. I think that's Surah Baqarah, that's like the first sentence or something.
يا تالي القرآن قد خصك الرحمن بحبه وقربه والفضل والإحسان.
Bismillah. Surely this Quran guides to what is most right and gives to the believers who do good deeds the glad tidings that they shall have a great reward, and warns that for those who do not believe in the hereafter, we have prepared a grievous punishment. I continue reading, continue learning. I end up meeting brothers from the MTA Muslim community. They introduced me to the Promise of Sahib books, and also I read the 5-volume commentary too, from the Jummah. And so when I advanced my learning on the Quran, it became, I understood it more, and it became relatable to my life. I could relate it to my life. It was only my daughter and Islam that could have done that for me. So, first it was Islam though, and then I ended up having a child, and that's more reason for me not to go towards selling drugs and put myself in jeopardy, for me to either be killed or locked up, to spend any time away from my responsibility, because I got a daughter out here.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
I had people calling me too, like, trying to get me back into the streets. And it didn't feel right with my spirit. Like, I knew the progress I was making, and I was trying to stay from out of that. But I was tempted to do that, and I ended up just reading the Quran. And after I read the Quran, it was a verse. I don't remember the exact verse, but it was exactly what I needed to hear for that time, like for that where I was at, like how I was feeling, and what I was about to do.
يا تالي القرآن قد خصك الرحمن بحبه.
That's how I read the Quran now. So, and I try to use it in everything that I do in life. It's a big part of my life. When I don't read it, I don't feel right. Like, I don't feel good, about. And when I'm not praying, like, or reading, I don't feel right.
طيبا والروح والريحان.
And welcome back. And what a wonderful small little piece that was, and the power of one verse of the Holy Quran, even after all this time since its revelation. Well, the results are in. I was jumping up and down on my seat while we were watching that VT, and we would like to thank our judges first of all, as always, for judging the contest today. And it is now time to reveal the winner. So, the winner of this year's, the first international Quran competition here on MTA, the person going to receive a signed copy of the Holy Quran by our beloved Hazur and a small little token of appreciation from MTA International is Hafez, well, they're all Hafez, Abdul-Samad Ahmed Boateng Sahib from Ghana. And we would like to congratulate him. MashaAllah, well done, barakallahu lakum. And I believe we also have him on the line. Hafez Sahib, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
Well, first of all, it's my honor to congratulate you and to be the first one to congratulate you. How are you feeling?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. By Allah's grace, it's just so wonderful. It's just like a miracle happening right before me.
Well, you did put a lot of effort in it. Also,
it's only by the grace of
Alhamdulillah, yes, no doubt about that. Just very briefly, Hafez Sahib, can I ask you who helped you in preparing for your recitations?
Actually, by the grace of Allah the Almighty, since the competition started, I had my respected Vice Principal Sahib of Jamia Ahmadiyya International Ghana to see me through some of the rules as far as the recitation of the Holy Quran is concerned. And in that respect, he has really helped me. And along with him too, Hafez Abdul-Sai also was there all the time to help. And a lot.
All right.
A lot.
Jazakallah Hafez Sahib, and I believe you are also currently studying in Jamia Ahmadiyya International Ghana. So we wish you all the best for your studies as well in the future. Jazakumullah ahsan jaza, and congratulations one more time. I know the three judges, I literally have seconds left for all of you, so I would like to request Hafez Abdul-Sai your comments first, reflecting on the 6 weeks. I know it's a difficult thing to do in seconds.
I participated in MTA different, these competitions. I think this is the fourth. And this is one of the hardest competition I have entered. And this is unique in many ways. First, the recordings, and then the live performance and the live. So the competition was so close and hard that even 0.25 was a deciding factor to go.
I can imagine. Jazakallah Sahib. Hafez Sharfuddin Sahib in Ghana, I would like to ask you as well for some last comments, please.
MashaAllah. My last comment is I think all of them have done well, and they show the spirit of learning. Anything that we tell them, this thing, you should pronounce it this way, you could feel it in his next recitation, those mistakes has been corrected. So I think it's a level of learning and learning. So I think I commend all of them. Jazakumullah khairan.
Jazakumullah Hafez Sharfuddin Sahib, and lastly Hafez Abdul-Wahab Sahib in Canada. Anything from you, please?
MashaAllah, it was a great experience to listen to these beautiful voices. But it should not be discouraging for anyone who did not make it to the final or semi-finals. So I believe that everyone who took part is a winner in a sense that he put in so much effort in learning the Holy Quran. And in the sight of Allah the Almighty, all of them are going to earn great reward.
No doubt. Thank you very much. Jazakallah to all the judges one more time, and it has been an absolute pleasure being part of this competition. We would like to thank all of our contestants for taking part. Even if you did not make it, as Hafez Sahib mentioned, to the final stages, I'm sure you will have received countless blessings from this. This was, as we mentioned earlier, the last program. We would like to thank our judges and the whole team. As you've seen, they've decorated the studio and went all out, and the team working away in the background. And most of all, we would like to thank you, our viewers, who have been watching this series of programs. We hope you enjoyed it and learned a few things from our contestants and the advice our judges have been given. We will make sure that MTA Africa's team will get the prize to Hafez Sahib in a safe and sound manner as soon as possible. And inshallah, we will try to hold this competition again sometime in the future, just because of the sheer success and the interest shown from our viewers worldwide. Until then, take care of yourself. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله